Tumblr and whatever people would post. And so me and my friends all were in broken homes and whatnot. And so we would talk about cutting and burning with like lighters and stuff. It was almost like a competition. Like, oh yeah, well my life sucks, so I did this and I wrote fat on my thigh. And oh yeah, well my dad yelled at me yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and were your parents like, was like Brian letting you do whatever you sort of wanted? Did he have like there were no guidelines, no discipline? Like be home by 10? Did you have to be home at 10?
Our life was kind of crazy. Like we would travel and stuff. And I would be on the road with him let me backtrack. When he left Korn, he started a solo project, a Brian had Welch band, and then later was Love and Death. And they would play shows at bars and little clubs and stuff. And I would go on the road and be doing homework at like 3 a.m. So my life was a little different in that way, I would say. Like he tried to be strict and be like the dad and whatever, but right. Our life was too inconsistent that it wasn't there.
And she didn't have, it wasn't like we lived in a town and her friends were in town and she could go and then hang out till 10. It was like, right. Hey, we're going on the road this month, next month. Dad, I want to go to Phoenix and visit my friends because we used to live in Phoenix. And so I'd fly her out there and talk to the parents. Oh, they're going to be good. And then, and then she got into some stuff that way. But
when did she start lashing out? When was it like, the whole, I hate you, I'm tired of you? When did you know, like, you got to step up? How do you sit there and say, hey, you need help when you're the one who needed help for so long? And how does that give you any kind of validity?
Right.
Was she always questioning that?
She was questioning a lot. What do you think, 13 and a half or something?
Yeah, I would say when I hit 7th grade, I really started to hurt. I really started to experience the pain of things. But yeah, I started to, I think, voice it and lash out and really self-harm when I was 13.
And were you devastated by this?
Yeah, totally. Because, I tried to discipline her, but like I'd say, give me your phone. You're not going to have it for a couple of days. And then she'd say, okay, I'm doing my homework now. I'm doing it. And then she would do it and say, come on, I did it. I'm not going to do it no more. And she would say, please, like Bart Simpson.
Keeps repeating himself over and over.
Dad. Okay.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Well,
I would never hold the discipline. Because you'd always talk me out of it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was a good manipulator.
Yep. And this is hard because at the time you felt like you kind of left it all. You want to raise your daughter. You're having this relationship. Well, I guess at this point, when did you leave the band? In 2005. 2005. And you kind of rejoined. Like that shit started, you started touring with them a little later, right?
Yeah, like 8 years later when she was 14, almost 15. So it was a long time. I know it's a crazy story, right? It's like,
it is a crazy story.
It's hard to keep up with the timeline.
Yeah, and it's just like, you have, it's especially like when you found yourself and you found God and all these things, and then you have a daughter that's acting out, and then she's, she wants attention and she's suffering and she's hurting, and it's like, again, how do you not fall back into that? And you're like, I kind of did this for you in a way, but you understand fully what she's doing and why she's doing it, and these are her feelings. She's had these deep. So it's it probably takes a lot of therapy. Were you guys going to therapy together?
We tried therapy. Yeah, she wasn't really having it, and
well. I feel like kids sorry, let me cut you off.
It's all good.
I feel like kids who have attachment issues, therapy doesn't work because bonding is scary, and the only reason you would tell your feelings to someone, or the only reason they would want to know, is because they want something from you. It's not just because they care about you. And so therapy scared me. And why would I tell this woman that I don't even know all these things that happened to me? And what if she snitches on me? Right. What if I tell her something and then I get in trouble? And so it just didn't work.
And did you feel like you were absolutely 100% honest with her?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to be, but you know what? I carried around so much that self-hatred I had when I was growing up. It was, and then I couldn't get together. I had so much rage and anger problems. And I remember she said one day, she was like, I said, I'm sorry, because I blew up. And she's like, you're not sorry. If you're sorry, you wouldn't keep doing it. But you don't understand. I can't stop doing. I can't control myself, my anger sometimes. You know how bad I want to? But she couldn't comprehend it at 14.
She's probably thinking, well, if you can't control yourself, and if you can't, why are you telling me to control myself?
Yeah, stuff like that.
So it's like you're a hypocrite.
So it's like she didn't respect when I would say, okay, you're going to do this, or da-da-da, as a parent. It's like she didn't respect that because I was such a mess, It was like we were older brother and sister or something. you know?
And she just wanted a dad in a way, right? I mean, in a lot of ways.
And I'm just, all I had was the massive love for her. Everything else, discipline and I didn't have, sorry.
No, I can see you're getting emotional. Now, why are you getting talk to me about that?
Sorry.
No, I think it's important.
Well, I think from the start, just you don't really, when you go through trauma like that, like being left alone with skinheads and your mom abandons you and leaves you with a 16-year-old and her boyfriend and for days, and your dad comes home and you hop from house to house. It takes years and layers to like really heal from that.